club each year that we've been open. So this is the fourth time that Tina has done this show the week of Ella Fitzgerald's birthday. It is one that I particularly enjoy because even though I may not, I don't sound an awful lot like her, Ella Fitzgerald was my favorite singer from day one. I was just obsessed with Ella Fitzgerald. I was a very strange child, but I never heard anyone to rival her jazz singing until I listened to Tina Haase Findlay. She truly is a great local example of that kind of mastery. So it's only fitting that she would do this show. Before we get started, there is, I always point out, a whole second half coming to the stage along with this fantastic band, Tina Haase Findlay.
Hi everybody!
Vaccine!
Welcome, 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 and I want all of you to say on the count of 3, happy birthday, Ella. 1, 2, 3!
Happy birthday, Ella!
102!
102!
1, 2, 3, yes! piano turned down back here by half. Thank you very much. And right now, I would like to introduce everyone on stage. Please give it up, first of all, for the very lovely, the very adorable, the very gifted, and the very ornery. The legend on the wall right over there for good reason. Our very own Hall of Famer, Mr. Julius Brooks. Back on the drums, this is a really special thing. I'm so enjoying making music with you. Pete and I met back in the day, a couple years ago in the 90s, when we both had the honor of playing with Sam Salamone and Frank Tribble back in the days of Mel's. Anybody remember Mel's? Yeah. Those were the days. And so it's a thrill to be at this stage in our life making music together yet again. Please give it up for the wonderful Pete Simonson. This young lady, I have watched her come up through, where should I stand? How about here? Can I see you here? Okay. This young lady, I've watched come up through the ranks. She's always been awesome, and I knew when I first heard her play that she was going places with her basses. Okay? She was going places with her basses. We're going to feature her several times tonight. I call her the blonde bass bombshell, who made a special trip down from you and I tonight just to do this show. Please give it up for BRIDGET SHOEMAKER. And last but not least, this guy and I have made some great music together. I believe it's been my privilege to do not one, not two, but 3 albums with him. If any of you have The Intimate Tina, The Intimate Tina Christmas, The Intimate Tina Christmas #2, it's the two of us together. So it's a pleasure to make music with him once again. On the piano, Mr. Brian Martins. So that first song, of course, was Take Me A Train, and this is a little song I believe most of you will recognize. And at the end of it, I'm going to ask you what these first 2 songs have in common. So put your thinking caps on. I've been calling this night, my informal name for this night has been Ellapalooza. So welcome to our very own NOCE downtown Ellapalooza, and thank you for coming. This song is from it was from a long time ago. 1, 2, 3, and. Here we go. Cigarette holder, which plays me over her shoulder. She takes me out, that's heaven down. Baby, show me go out skipping, careful of me go. You're living. Thank you. Wow. Thank you. It's a classic. And the name of that song is?
Send dog.
You're going to get harder ones, so I wanted you to have an easy one to enjoy that one. So these first two songs have a couple of things in common. Anybody care to shout out a guess what that might be?
You sang them like you owned them.
Oh! You're hired. You're a shadow blob in under the light, but you are hired. You are now my favorite. Everybody, top. There's the bar. Top that. Okay. What else do the songs have in common? Oh no, Duke Ellington. That's right. They're from the Duke Ellington catalog, and Ella sang a lot of those songs. Recorded a whole album, Duke Ellington songbook. What else do they have in common?
They were written a long time ago.
They were written a long time ago. Very good. Wow. And she's a professional musician. She knows things. She knows things. You'll be hearing more from that lady later. But we all have a connection, I like to say that, to the main composer of these two songs, a person named Billy Strayhorn. Along with Duke Ellington and Johnny Mercer too on the Satin Doll. But I have a friend, we have friends, Julius, you know Jack and Jill, who go to Chuck's. Yeah, Jack and Jill, a local couple here in town. Jack knew Billy Strayhorn personally back when they were, Yeah, they lived down the street from each other. And so because of that, we're all like 2 degrees of separation now from Billy Strayhorn on these songs and all the other songs he wrote. So isn't that interesting? Just say yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now this song is going to be, it's actually a medley. I'm calling it the Ella Blues Medley because obviously Ella was, hey, you should be playing right now. Obviously Ella was known as the First Lady of Song. And she ruled the jazz world, obviously. But I would like you all to also know that Ella knew her way around some blues. Ella knew her way around some soul. And Ella knew her way around some gospel. So even though most of what we hear tonight is going to be Ella Jazz, we're also going to get into those things, those other things as well. They're the cousin genres to jazz. And so right now I'd like to do a little Ella Blues medley. In fact, one of my favorite recordings to listen to of Ella's isn't even what I call a real recording. It is a compilation of songs from other recordings that she did. They took some of her blues songs and put them all together in one place. And it's called, that recording is called These Are the Blues. And so I'd like to do a medley from the Ella These Are the Blues project. And I hope that you enjoy it. Everybody say blues. Blues. Woo! Is everybody ready? Just singing. Yes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. In the evening, baby, when the sun goes down. In the evening, baby, when the sun goes down. pistol, shoot that man and catch a cannonball. Yeah. I'm 100 pounds of a pistol, shoot that man and catch a cannonball. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If I ain't gonna have it, no one else is gonna have it. See right up, see what you have done. See right up, see what you have done. You know you made me love you, but now that other gal, that other gal, that other gal, that other gal is won't give me baby, when the sun goes down, when there's no man to be found. Thank you. It's called the Blues. So please go check out some Ella Fitzgerald, jazz of course, and the special little project called These Are the Blues by Ella Fitzgerald. Now, I'd like to do a medley from another one of my all-time favorite, in fact it is my all-time favorite, Ella Fitzgerald recording. And those of you who have seen me perform at all over the last few years know exactly what this is. It is a recording called The Intimate Ella. And it's a collection of songs that Ella sang in a movie in 1960 called Let No Man Write My Epitaph. And so it wasn't really a plan to make this recording, it's just that the songs that Ella sang in this movie were so awesome, just her and a pianist, a la me and Brian right now. And so they decided to make a collection of them and put them out. And it became known as The Intimate Ella. And so I don't know if you all agree with this, but my feeling is that even if Ella never did any scat at all, of course that was always her thing, but even without that, she was a gorgeous, brilliant interpreter of songs. Wouldn't you agree? There's only one good answer to that tonight. There's only one right answer. And the answer is
Yeah!
And so that's why I love that project so much, because although I love all of that improvisation and energy and, razzle-dazzle excitement that Ella can bring, I love those moments, a la The Intimate Ella, where it's just her and a piano and a song. That's all we need. That's all she needed to create something very beautiful and very powerful. So please check that out for yourself when you have some time. And this is a medley of track number 1 and track number 2 from The Intimate Ella. And I'm sure most of you will recognize them. I'll start right on it. Nice and slow, right? 1, 2, 3. I'm feeling mighty lonesome. I haven't slept a wink. I walk the floor and watch the door, and in between I drink black coffee, feeling low as the ground. the time. And in between is nicotine. And not too hard to find. Like a bee. Breathing low and the ground. It's driving me crazy. It's waiting for my day to be. keep plugging away, okay? One of these days. How old are you now? 91. 91, I'm having fun, everybody. 91, I'm having fun. Yeah.
He's so cute.
I know. Well, speaking of fun, here's a little number that I hope you think is fun. It was actually recorded in 1966, but was released in 2007 on a special project called Miss Ella's Playhouse. You know, throughout Miss Ella's catalog, she sometimes recorded songs that were kind of like nursery rhyme, kiddie, children, playful kind of songs, like a Tisket a Tasket, and, you know, do you know the Muffin Man, and, you know, she'd just like, you know, be all up in these, you know, super duper jazz songs, and then it's like track 7 of a project would be, boom, do you know the Muffin Man, you know, in the middle. So I love that playfulness that she had, and in 2007, somebody had the good idea of putting some of those together and marketing it to children, called Miss Ella's Playhouse is the project. And so the reviews for this thing on Amazon.com are through the roof, rightfully so. So if you have youngsters in your life, I would like to recommend that project as something they would enjoy. And it includes this little number, which again was recorded back in 1966. And I know you will recognize it. I'm gonna hold on for this one. Hold on.
Everybody ready? Ha! Nice and fast. Sorry. Good. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had some chicks, E-I-E-I-O. Well, chick here, chick there, here chick there, chick everywhere, chick. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Well, old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had some ducks, E-I-E-I-O. Well, right here, right there, right there, right everywhere, right, chick here, chick there, here chick there, chick everywhere, chick. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Well, old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm he had some pigs, E-I-E-I-O. Well, one here, one there, here, one there, and on everywhere, one right here, right there, here, right there, right everywhere, right, chick here, chick there, here, chick there, chick everywhere, chick. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had some dogs, E-I-E-I-O. Here, there, there, everywhere, one here, one there, here, one there, right everywhere, right here, right there, here, right there, right everywhere, right, chick here, chick there, here, chick there, chick everywhere, chick. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and old MacDonald had a farm, and on that farm he had some cows. Old MacDonald had a farm, and on that farm he had some cows. Oh, the heck with it! jazz. Thank you, everybody, and give it up once again for this band. Give it up for the band. Thank you. Well, right now, I would like to do a little duet, give the guys a break, and feature the blonde bass bombshell. Who's got a fan? She's got her fan club tonight. Hi, fan club. Where's the fan club? Well, Bridget came down here all the way from her studies at UNI. We had a special trip down to be here tonight, so that is much appreciated. So she is playing the part of Miss Jones tonight. However, I would like to make a special dedication on this song because, as it turns out, there's a couple people in her posse celebrating an anniversary. I would like to give it up for Don and Jan Briggs. Where you at, Don and Jan? Yay! There they are. Happy anniversary to you. 60 years. That is fantastic. No, I'm married, and you know I'm married to. 60 years is fantastic. Congratulations to you. And so we send this out to you. It is called Have You Met Miss Jones, featuring your pride and joy, the blonde bass bombshell, Miss Bridget Shoemaker. They don't need to see me, they need to see you. Here we go. You start right on it. Second. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Have you met Miss Jones? Someone said as we shook hands, she's just Miss Jones to me. Then I said, Miss Jones, you're a girl who understands, I'm a man who must be free. And all at once I lose my breath, and all at once was scared to death, and all at once I saw the earth and sky. Now I met Miss Jones, and we keep on meeting till we die. Miss Jones and I. Just Miss Jones to me. Then I said, hey, Miss Jones, you're a girl who understands, I'm a man who must be free. And all at once I lose my breath, all at once was scared to death, and all at once I saw the earth and sky. Now I met Miss Jones, and we'll keep on meeting till we die. Miss Jones and I, Miss Jones and I, Miss Jones and I. All right, well, this medley is featuring a couple of very special guests. I would like to call them to the stage right now. And it's a 3-song medley that I put together to showcase Ella's beautiful ballad artistry. Once again, as I said before, all of that beautiful improvisation was great, but just the way she married her voice to the melody and the words of a song was absolutely masterful. And so to help showcase that tonight, I would like to welcome two of my favorite songbirds, Miss Tracy Francis and Miss PRESIA Paulding. Give it up. Surrounded by beauty. And so we're going to showcase them on the first two songs, and then it will culminate into the closer of the medley, which is a world premiere original song that I wrote called Sister Ella, and I hope you enjoy it. So Tracy sings, PRESIA sings, I sing Sister Ella, we put it all together. And so here we go.
One, two, three.
That
One more round of applause. Come on, come.